Of course, this one, it was a little bit of a mistake. I flipped my 5 upside down, but I thought I'd use it and pretty it up just to show you guys anyway. And let's go down to the table, and all you need is a pop can of any kind, or you know. And these pop cans are perfect. So what you do is you cut a slit into one end of the pop can, so then you can fit your scissors in there and cut all the way around. It may start off a little jagged, and you cut up the seam. You gotta be careful. You can fix this all up after these sharp edges and go over them to make them smooth after. And then you just cut up the other side. When you are cutting these pieces off, please wear some kind of protective goggles. You can pick any kind of little goggles up at the dollar store or anything like that. It's worth it because these little pieces will fly, and they're light, and they can end up in your eyes. So that's when you're clearing it off like this and you have a little edge, it is best to sometimes they will fly up, and it's best to have something covering your eyes for that. Now you have a nice flat piece, and if like me you didn't wash it out till last minute, you'll have to dry it up a bit. You could cut these out. You've got to be careful. It is a little sharp, but it's not too bad. You can cut these out into any shape that you want to make a little sign. If you want to make something small, little leaves, whatever you want, you can do anything. You can punch them out with your big kicks. You can punch them out with your stamps. You can use heart shapes, all sorts of shapes. Now this is what I've done. You can do rectangles as well to make little plaques or signs, and you can use your rounded tip corner punch to round the corners. I'm just using my scissors just for this quick tip to show you, kind of show you what it can look like. So here I'm just going to punch out this. This is how it looks. So now I punch them out like this. So I have other ones from club soda cans, and this is what they look like. Or any paints or whatever you like to use to color your metals, inks. I used metallics lusters from DecoArts to make it look this nice metallic look. I used these tools here to punch out the letters. I picked these up at Princess Auto in Canada, at Princess Auto, and it was about $10 or so for these. And I picked out a little hammer for my size for my wrists, and then you do it on a piece of wood like this. You can see my previous ones I've made and stuff like that. And I suggest as well that you use masking tape for this project to tack it down. The masking tape acts as a guide for your lines to where you want to write, as well as it holds it down from messing it up and kind of not getting in the right spots. Then you take your alphabet and you write. You stamp out what you want with your little hammer. And these little boards here that I use for my trims in my house are handy if you want to find a piece of trim left over, or a 2x4, it doesn't matter. I just like these because it can hold my pieces. So then you just hammer out your words. It doesn't take much to do this. And I'm just going to hammer out the word love. And as you can see here, the word is printed out love right above the tape line. You can also do the year or another sentiment or whatever below the tape line. It still holds down. Then you just peel the tape off, and then you continue. You peel the tape off and continue with your project. Another thing is that when you paint it, like I said, I use DecoArts. You can use any product that you want. for punching. I use this tool here, but you may have a big Kix or whatever, I don't know. But I use this tool, and for this tool, you can go right on it and punch a hole right into it. But without anything behind it to give it a little cushion, it doesn't want to cut. So what I do is I have a piece of, this is a thicker paper towel from Princess Auto. You have a piece of cloth or something behind it, and it'll give it that cushion that you need. Actually, I'm going to need a little thicker. A cushion that you need to cut the hole right through. And then you just twist the metal piece just a bit. And there you go. So it does need a piece of cloth, something more like denim or a little bit, just some cloth that's thicker, a little bit thicker would do to make the hole. And I discovered that it won't punch without something behind it to help it along. And that's that. And then you could put your rivets in. And then when I do my rivets, I use this tool here, but I find that it doesn't quite push them far enough, so then I have to hammer the back, and then again I use my little piece of wood to hammer my back and make sure the rivets are in there nice. Again, I wanted to show you a quick, here's my corner punch. Easy. These little cans you can do a lot with. They're just so easy to work with. And now I got rounded corners here, and then so I don't have to have a punch the shape, so I can use a punch any shape as long as I cut myself a rectangle or a square. I can use a corner punch. I can even do it with my scissors and have a little tag for my project. So I hope this little quick tip was helpful, and that you can also make these little tags. And like I said, you can use any punch, and you can use your big Kix and do any kind of little shapes and squares and all that kind of stuff. And then punch them out with your tools to put your letters, and then it saves you buying these little tags. You could do them very thin and have like believe and your little inspiring words on your ETCs. They don't have to be this big of a tag. They can be small. They can be any shape that you want to cut out. And yeah, so have fun with it. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.